So a very good morning to everyone. I hope I am audible. Please say so.
Yes, sir. Morning.
Okay, thank you. Let us start with the topic. I hope जो अभी तक हमने कर लिया है, everything is clear to you. इसके जो topic अभी तक हमने cover किए हैं उसके regarding, if anyone is having any doubt, you can please ask me. And I hope you have started reading your books. आप सबको mail कर दी थी मैंने books और PPT भी mail कर दी थी.
Yes,
So I
sir.
hope you got that. जिनको नहीं मिली, they can contact me. Okay. So let us start, or you would like to say something? Okay, so fine, let us start. So we were discussing last time, we have started this topic, that is 8284. I hope the screen is visible to everyone. So last time we have started this 8284 clock generation. So I told you what is the purpose of this clock generation is, why we generate the clock and how we fed this clock to the microprocessor 8086. So what is the significance? So all these things we have discussed the brief introduction part. So today we'll be discussing all the things in the detail. We'll be discussing that what is this 8284 IC is, and second thing we'll be discussing that how it generates the clock and ready and reset signals. Three signals we basically obtain from this 8284 IC. Then after this, we'll be studying that how you connect this 8284 with your 8086 microprocessor. Okay, so that part we'll call that part as operation of operation of reset and operation of generation of clock. Okay, so as we have already discussed that this is the pin diagram. So I think last time we have discussed the brief introduction about this pin diagram. So let me just give you a quick view of this pin diagram. So basically this 8284 is the IC which is completely responsible for generating the clock in 8086 microprocessor. Not only 8086 microprocessor, but for also other processors if they are in the system. See, if there are multi-processor system, I mean there are 2 or 3 8086 processors in the system. So again, the clock will be generated by this 8284 only, and that clock will be fed to other processors which are there in the system. Okay. So the basic pin diagram is, see, there is a VCC, there is a ground, and the blue arrow keys, if you are looking at, they are uh, output pins, and the green arrow pins are the input pins. For input pins, what I mean is these all things are required by 8284 IC to operate, and what they provide in return are the pins which are represented by the blue arrow. Okay, so as we can see on the screen that VCC, ground, and then other pins like AEN, RDY1, RDY2, AEN2, then X1, X2, async, EFY, F bar C, and REC. These are all input pins. So basically what we do, we apply the VCC at pin number 18, and let me tell you the brief things. X1 and X2 are the pins which are responsible for the generation of a clock. So how you generate a clock, you connect a crystal oscillator which vibrates on its natural frequency. That frequency is captured by this X1 and X2, and as a result, it gives you a clock signal which is which as a on the output pin which you obtain at pin number 12, that is OSC. OSC is referred as oscillator. So whatever frequency you are generating at pin number 17 and 16, and you will be receiving that particular frequency at pin number 12. Okay, so now moving further, so this EFI and FC pins are pins which are responsible for feeding the frequency which is generated to the another processor, which is if it is available in the circuit. So you will not generate frequencies from every 8284. You will just generate frequency from one 8284. Then you will fed the generated frequency to the another 8284 which is connected with the another 8086. So with the help of these pins, so EFI pin is the input pin for the another 8284 processor. Okay, so if there is no another 8284 processor, so you'll be connecting these pins with the ground. Okay, so that's why ground is the output pin. Okay, so you'll be connecting these pins with the ground, that if there is no another processor in the system. Okay, so next is RES pin. So RES pin is responsible for resetting this 8284. Just a second. So I request you all to please be on time in class. So it's very difficult sometimes to change screen multiple times and to admit you all. So please, it's a humble request to please be on time in the class. Already we waited for 5 or 6 minutes, and it's now. So please tell me that JMI ETI students are also joining this session. Is there is any JMI ETI student?
Sir.
So I think here this lecture is separated now from the timetable. Now Pooja ma'am will be taking your lecture, I think. Have you got the new timetable, JMITI people?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think आप उनका जो session है वो join करें. Otherwise you can also join the session. I don't have problem with that, but you join on time. So 10:30 is the time now. It's 10:40. Okay. So anyhow, so we'll be. So anyhow, we'll be continuing with the discussion part. Just a minute. Many people are waiting outside. I request you, please join the session on time. So already 10:30 is the starting time. So please be on time. So maximum tolerance I can accommodate is up to 10:35. So rhythm टूट जाता है सुनने वाले का भी. Okay. So anyhow, let us come to the point again. So we were discussing that x1 and x2 will be is responsible for generating the frequency. That frequency will taken out from this OSC pen, and this EFI FC pen are responsible for the other processors, if there are other processors in circuit, for providing the frequency which is generated by the first 8284 processor in the system. So these pins will act as the input pins of for taking the frequency from the first 8284 in the system, for feeding that particular frequency to the other processors in the system. I hope it is clear. So now the another pins are peripheral clock. So again, this pin is responsible for the other ICs. I'm not saying the other processors. So this pin is responsible for the other integrated ICs if they are. Right now we are just starting the system formation. हम क्या कर रहे हैं basically? हमने सबसे पहले सब्जेक्ट में माइक्रो प्रोसेसर 8086 पढ़ा. देन वो 8086 हमने शुरू किया, हमने उसका कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ऑल दैट थिंग्स, उसका वर्किंग वो पढ़ा. अब हम धीरे धीरे कहाँ बढ़ रहे हैं? हम धीरे धीरे पढ़ रहे हैं उस प्रोसेसर से एक कंप्यूटर बनाने के, उसमें मिनी कंप्यूटर या एक पूरा सिस्टम जिसको आप बोलते हैं. सो सिस्टम इज नॉट ओनली अ प्रोसेसर. सिस्टम में बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं. एज यू कैन सी, आप अपने कंप्यूटर को सिस्टम बोलते हो बिकॉज देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स इन द सिस्टम. स्क्रीन है, कीबोर्ड है, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. सो देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स. So we are just moving a step ahead from the microprocessor to the configuration for configuring a system. So the first thing we need in a system is a clock. So what you are trying to learn is how to generate that clock and how to feed that clock into the microprocessor. In the others, in the upcoming steps, we'll be studying how the other peripheral devices are being connected in this 8086 with 8086 to form a complete system. So again, because there are other peripheral devices, so you require some particular frequency to operate all those peripheral devices in synchronization with your 8086 processor. So that's why this P clock, peripheral clock is given. Okay. So another one is AEN and AEN2, RDY1 and RDY2. So these pins are address enable pins, AN1 and AN2 and RDY1 and RDY2. So these pins are responsible for generating the ready signal. We'll see in detail when we'll be jumping to the next diagram. So how these pins are responsible for generating the ready signal. So address enable, as the name says, the address enable will will provide the input to the ready thing, and ready thing in synchronization with address enables will provide the output signal that is ready, and this output signal will be fed to the that microprocessor system. Okay, so I think we have covered the pin description. Any doubts up till now? Okay, so moving further, so these are the description of the pins. So we have discussed already. So AEN1, AEN2, RDY1, RDY2, then asynchronous. So the ready synchronous selection input selects either one of two stages of the synchronization for RDY1 and RDY2. The meaning of this thing is, if you will be getting any one input from RDY1 and RDY2, the async will select that particular input, either if it is coming from RDY1 or if it is coming from RDY2. Okay, so it will select that particular input, and it will, in synchronization with this AEN1 and AEN2, will provide you the output that is ready. So ready is the output. So as it is also written, ready is the output pin which is connected to 8086 as a ready input. So for 8086, it's an input pin, and for 8284, it's an output pin. I hope you understand. Okay. So next one is X1, X2. We have already discussed that what is this X1, X2 responsible for generating the clock, and external oscillator is connected with these two pins, which operates on its natural frequency and generates a particular clock, and that clock is again fed. So if you can see the diagram, you are having a clock pulse in front of you, and this if you can see the scrolling of the mouse, that this time is called as the off time, and this time is called as the on time. Yeah, simply you can say this is logic 0 and this is logic 1. Okay, so it is equally proportionate. I mean, 50% is this, 50% is this. Now what you want that your on time should be the 33% of the complete time period, one third of the complete time period. So what is the complete time period? Let us say the clock is starting from this point and it's ending on this point. Okay, so 50% is the off time and 50% is the on time. And what you want in return, you want, let me show you through this diagram. You want you can see a new waveform which I have drawn at the bottom. You want that this off time, let me delete this. Is the screen is visible to everyone? Okay, okay, fine. I've connected the screen again. Uh, there were some network issues. So I hope now it is visible. Okay, thank you everyone. So I was telling you ki what is this duty cycle is. If you can see on the screen, you can see a train of pulses जिसको आप कहते हो क्या कहते हो आप clock pulse. So if you can see in this train of pulse में the starting point is this one and the ending point is this one. So this is the complete time period of this waveform which is called as T. Okay. So 50% is on time, 50% is off time. Like you can simply say 0, this is logic 0 and this is logic 1. So what you want, basically, you want that your on time should be 33%. So I have also drawn another waveform at the bottom. So you can see the off time is more and on time is less. So I have tried to draw that this on time is one third of this complete duty, so the complete waveform. So this is one third and this is rest two third. So complete is the complete time period is t. So if this is t by 3 and this is t by 2t by 3. So I hope that you got this under this term. What is this on time, off time, and what I'm trying to tell you. What is this duty cycle is? So duty cycle of this waveform is 33%. Reason being, its on time is one third of the complete time period. So you want to fed 33, you want to use that 33% duty cycle waveform for your 8086 microprocessor. तो दो तरीके से हो सकता है. एक तो ये हो सकता है कि आप कुछ ऐसा सर्किट आप लगाओ जिसमें आपका ये जो ड्यूटी साइकिल है ये अपने आप रिड्यूस हो जाए, वेव फॉर्म का 33% हो जाए. या एक सिंपल तरीका क्या है कि आप इस पूरी वेव फॉर्म को, अगेन आई एम ड्राइंग दिस वेव फॉर्म, आप इस पूरी वेव फॉर्म को इस पूरी वेव फॉर्म के आपने 3 पार्ट ले लिए. सिंपली आपने क्या किया कि इस वेव फॉर्म का ये पार्ट, सिंपली आपने क्या किया, ये फर्स्ट वेव फॉर्म, तो इफ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड, तो मैंने सिंपली क्या किया, जो जितना जो फ्रीक्वेंसी जनरेट हो रही थी, लेट अस से ये पूरी फ्रीक्वेंसी जनरेट हो रही थी, उस फ्रीक्वेंसी का मैंने 1/3 कर दिया. नाउ दिस इज योर कंप्लीट साइकिल. दिस इज ऑफ टाइम and this is on time, and now you can see off time is for the 2 cycles. So again the off time is 2/3 and on time is for the 1 cycle, so the on time is 1/3. So by doing this, what I have achieved the frequency is down by 1/3, and also I have achieved the 33% duty cycle. So what is that 33% duty cycle? As you can see, the on time is the 33% of the complete time period. I mean, it's on time upon on time plus off time of the pulse generated. Now, I hope it is clear to everyone. Please say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts in this thing? Duty cycle and the clock pulse?
No, sir.
Fine, fine. Thank you. So let's move further. Just give me a second to change the screen. Okay, so we have understood what is the meaning of this 33% duty cycle. Then peripheral clock already we have discussed, and OSC pin. So now moving further, rest is RES pin. So the reset pin is active low to the 8284 processor. It is often connected to the RC network and provides the power on for resetting. ये 8284 को reset करने के काम आती है, and जो reset अगली है capital reset जो सारा है, that is used as a input pin for 8086 processor. Input pin for 8086 processor. Okay, so C sync, this pin is used whenever the EFI input provides the synchronization in the system. As I told you, C sync कब use होगा, जब आपके पास और processor होंगे circuit में. Then ground, then VCC. Okay, so this is the operation, that how you generate the clock and how you generate this reset and the ready signal. As you can see, there are, it's a very easy diagram. Don't take it as a complex diagram. So there are 3 parts of this diagram. First part is this thing. ये जहां पर, if you can see the scrolling of the mouse, the first part is this thing जहां पर RES है और reset है. सेकेंड पार्ट इज दिस थिंग जहां पर x1 x2 है और ये पूरा है जहां पर ये OSC एंड क्लॉक आ गया, P क्लॉक आ गया और ये क्लॉक. और थर्ड पार्ट है ये लास्ट वाला जो ब्लू से इंडिकेटेड है जहां से रेडी आ गया. एंड व्हाट इज दिस? तो सिंपली आपने क्या किया, आपका RES जो है, RES है वो एक का कॉम्बिनेशन है जो चार्ज स्टोर करता है, फिर चार्ज को स्टोर करता है, फिर डिस्चार्ज करता है, स्टोर करता है तो डिस्चार्ज करता है. तो इस फिनोमिना फिनोमिना को हम अचीव करते हैं स्मिथ ट्रिगर से, जिसका जो आपके सामने रिप्रेजेंटेड भी है. तो दैट थिंग वी फेड टू अ डी टाइप फ्लिप फ्लॉप. डी टाइप फ्लिप फ्लॉप का मतलब क्या होता है? डिले फ्लिप फ्लॉप. आपने पढ़ा होगा ये डिले फ्लिप फ्लॉप इन योर डिजिटल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स. So delay flip flop में provide करते हैं to add some delay, and at the output we got the reset. Okay, so RES in combination with RC circuit is generating a reset signal for 8086 processor. Okay, next one is the how you generate the clock. So मैंने आपको बताया कि x1 x2 पे you are connecting a crystal oscillator. That crystal oscillator is vibrating at its natural frequency. So that frequency you just directly take out with an inverter circuit. So this is an inverter या NOT gate जिसको आप बोलते हैं. So that is called as the OSC, oscillator output. So let us say कि if it is generating 12 megahertz of the frequency, you are taking out that 12 megahertz of the frequency from OSC. And this OSC is used to, again as I told you, ये किस लिए use होगा? ये अगर circuit में आपके system में there are more processors. So this pin will act as the input pin for the EFI of that particular 8284, which is available for the another 8086 in the system. Okay, so यहाँ पर आपने क्लॉक जनरेट कर दिया, लेकिन जो आपने माइक्रो प्रोसेसर में क्लॉक देना है वो आपने 1/3 करके देना है. वो कैसे दोगे? आपने यहाँ से जो क्लॉक जनरेट हुआ उसको एक एंड गेट में फेड किया, ठीक है, और यहाँ से आपने एक इन्वर्टिंग आउटपुट लिया FC का। आई टेल यू द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दिस कि FC का एक इन्वर्टिंग आउटपुट लिया और वो एंड गेट में फिट किया। मतलब जब ये दोनों हाई आएंगे, अगर ये कंटिन्यूअसली 0 है तो ये 1 आ रहा है, और जैसे ही यहाँ से 1 आ रहा है तो इट मीन्स क्लॉक इज जनरेटेड, और ये आपने आगे और गेट में फेड कर दिया। और गेट का मतलब क्या है कि दोनों में से कोई भी एक इनपुट हाई है तो ये हाई देगा। तो मतलब अगर यहाँ से इनपुट लो है और ये हाई है तब भी हाई आएगा, यहाँ से इनपुट हाई है, यहाँ से भी हाई है, यहाँ से इनपुट हाई है, यहाँ से लो है तब भी हाई आएगा। तो अब आपने क्या किया, वो जो क्लॉक जनरेट हुई थी एंड गेट के थ्रू FC बार के साथ सिंक्रोनाइजेशन में एक और गेट में फेड कर दिया और उसके आगे काउंटर लगा दिया डिवाइड बाय 3। तो ये डिवाइड बाय 3 काउंटर आपने लगाकर सीधा का सीधा आपने एक इन्वर्टिंग गेट्स के साथ आपने डायरेक्ट क्लॉक ले लिया। तो ये कितना आया, अगेन दिस इज 1/3, this is 1/3. If you can see, this is 1/3. You have taken out this output, fed through an inverter and taken out the clock. So 1/3 जितना frequency यहाँ generate हुआ था उसका 1/3 you have taken out from here, and you have used this clock as the input of the 8086. Okay. So इन ऑल्सो आपने क्या किया कि आपको मैंने कहा कि यू ऑल्सो नीड द पेरिफेरल क्लॉक। सो पेरिफेरल आप ऑपरेट करते हो 1/6 ऑफ जितना जनरेट हुआ उतना आप टेक 8086 को, और उसका भी 1/2, तो टोटल हो गया 1/3 into 1 डिवाइड बाय 2, तो 3 into 2 6, तो 1/6 फ्रीक्वेंसी आप अपने पेरिफेरल्स के लिए यूज करते हो। सो यू आर taking this peripheral clock as the input for the peripheral devices which are connected with the 8086. So इतनी बात समझ आ गई सबको। So आगे बढ़ते हैं आगे। It's very easy thing. So that clock you have also fed to this D flip flop, and before doing that there are, I told you कि आपके पास AEN and AEN2 signals है, मतलब address enable signals हैं, they are in synchronized with this RDY1 and RDY2। As you can see both are connected with the AND gate, so it means इन दोनों में से कोई भी एक भी 0 होगा तो आउटपुट नहीं आएगी, so दोनों हाई होंगे। So that's why I told that इन सिग्नल दोनों हाई होंगे तो आगे सिग्नल जनरेट होगा, तो वो सिग्नल आगे जाएगा। So that signal is again synchronized with this async pin. So if this pin gives you the high input, so that input is again fed to an एंड गेट। तो मतलब अगेन ये दोनों असिंक और यहाँ से जो आउटपुट आ रहे हैं दोनों हाई होने चाहिए, तब जाके आपका रेडी सिग्नल जनरेट होगा। सो दिस इज द ब्रीफ idea about the operation of this clock generation, reset signal generation and ready signal generation. Okay, so now moving further, this is all we have discussed, that how your clock section, your clock is generated. As I told you, on the top half of the logic diagram, it represents the clock and the reset synchronization section 8284. It is observed that oscillator is having two inputs X1 and X2 and connected generates a square waveform जो मैंने आपको generate करके दिखाया। That square waveform is so generated and fed to a AND gate so as an inverting buffer that provides the OSC signal. Already we have discussed this. This is just we have जो हमने डिस्कस किया है जस्ट उसी का एक्सप्लेनेशन है। तो यहाँ तक किसी को डाउट कि हाउ वी हैव जनरेटेड दिस क्लॉक एंड हाउ वी हैव जनरेटेड द रीसेट एंड द रेडी सिग्नल? एनीथिंग अप टिल नाउ?
No, sir.
Okay, fine, thank you. So moving further, so the last thing of the day is that how you connected. अब मुझे नहीं लगता इसमें कोई डाउट होना चाहिए, मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी बताया पिन डायग्राम में और ऑपरेशन में। अब आपने क्या किया देखो, अब इससे पहले कि मैं आपको ये चीज बताऊं, एक चीज ध्यान रखनी है। आई थिंक मुझे ध्यान नहीं कि मैंने आपको बताया था या दूसरे सेक्शन को बताया था। एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आएगा कि एक्सप्लेन द क्लॉक जनरेशन, ठीक है? तो आपको जो क्लॉक जनरेशन को एक्सप्लेन करना है, आपको सिंपली जस्ट एक डायग्राम बना के उसको एक्सप्लेन नहीं करना। यू फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टेल द एग्जामिनर कि व्हाट इज दिस क्लॉक इज, फिर हाउ यू जनरेट द क्लॉक। यू जनरेट द क्लॉक बाय कनेक्टिंग योर 8086 प्रोसेसर विद दिस 8284 IC. So you will explain what is this 8284 IC. You will explain the pin configuration of that 8284 IC, and then you will ये वाला डायग्राम बनाओगे। उसके बाद आप ये ऑपरेशन वाला जो आपकी स्क्रीन पे अभी आ रहा होगा, ठीक है. तो यू विल एक्सप्लेन दिस ऑपरेशन, ठीक है, कि how this clock is generated and how this reset is generated, and at last you will draw this diagram explaining how this 8284 is connected with 8086. The diagram जो आपके सामने है वो कौन सा डायग्राम है, वो मिनिमम मोड का है. मतलब इसमें देखो आप सिर्फ एक ही 8086 प्रोसेसर है. तो 8284 से जो आपने क्लॉक जनरेट किया वो क्लॉक आपने कहाँ फिट किया, 8086 में. रीसेट जो जनरेट किया वो कहाँ फेड किया, 8086 के रीसेट में. ठीक है. अब ये रीसेट कैसे जनरेट हुआ था, मैंने कहा आपका आरसी कॉम्बिनेशन. एज यू कैन सी आरसी कॉम्बिनेशन आपने यहाँ पर लगाया हुआ है. सो सिंपली यू कैन शो दिस आरसी कॉम्बिनेशन. x1 x2 पे आप मैंने क्या बताया था, आपका क्रिस्टल ऑसिलेटर लगा हुआ है जो अपनी नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी पे वाइब्रेट करता है. सो यू कैन शो अ क्रिस्टल ऑसिलेटर. आपको मैंने बताया था FC बार एंड C सिंक पिन कब यूज होती है, जब देयर आर मल्टीपल प्रोसेसर्स इन द सिस्टम. ठीक है. तो इस सिस्टम में मल्टीपल प्रोसेसर नहीं है तो इसलिए इनको ग्राउंड कर दिया. अगर मल्टीपल प्रोसेसर होते तो ये पिन दूसरे प्रोसेसर के FC बार एंड उस पे कनेक्टेड होती C सिंक के. और यहाँ से एक पिन और जो हमने यहाँ पर नहीं दिखाई क्योंकि हम मिनिमम मोड की बात कर रहे हैं, वो कौन थी, EFI पिन कहाँ कनेक्ट होती है, आपके दूसरे 8284 में जो दूसरे माइक्रो प्रोसेसर के साथ लगा होता. So this is how you have to complete the question of this clock generation with 8086 microprocessor. So यहाँ तक किसी को कुछ कहना है या किसी को कुछ डाउट, anything up till now? Okay, thank you. So I'm just stopping here. So we are done with this topic, that 8284 clock generation. So in the next lecture we'll be starting this topic. The coming topic is